I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Fenwick, but we found Mr. Plinth's car earlier this morning, empty and abandoned on the cliffs at Hunstanton.
Oh? These are final demands for the rent. They go back to the beginning of the run.
Either you find someone who's willing to sign a new lease and repay the debt, or I'm afraid they'll call in the lease at next Friday's council meeting.
Who's got to be daft enough to put that hand in a pocket and throw money away?
Here we are, then. And a little something extra to celebrate the good news.
What's all this then, Mrs. Trigger?
This, Mr. Fenwick, is Buck's Fizz. Courtesy of the Small Hotels and Boarding Houses Association, of which I am the current secretary. To say congratulations on obtaining the council lease for the Pier Theatre. And to say thank you for saving us all from electronic overkill.
Well, that's very kind of you.
It's no more than you deserve. Every success.
I'll drink to that.
Bon appetit.
Thanks very much. And to your colleagues. It's a nice gesture, that.
Still gives you more than me.
Yeah, well, I'm better looking than you.
And dafter. 10 grand.
Yeah, but I got the lease. I'm my own boss now.
And things are going to stay as they are?
Almost. One or two problems.
Like?
Wendage.
Well, he won't take a cut if that's what you're thinking.
Well, you have.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I'd do it for nothing. I've already told you that.
I can't let you do it for nothing. And I can't hang about. I've work to do. And I think I'll need this.
You're not eating that? Waste not, want not.
Everything all right, Mr. Balsam?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Trigger. That was a nice gesture. Buck's Fizz.
Yes, well, Mr. Fenwick's a very special person.
Certainly is.
Enjoying his breakfast?
Aye, as well. He was feeling a bit nervous, you know, and I don't like waste.
Speaking of waste, you do realize that your granddaughter hasn't slept in her room for the last 3 nights.
Eh?
Oh, I know that's her affair. But I really do need to know my numbers for breakfast.
Yes, of course. Don't you worry, Mrs. Trigger. I'll have a word with her.
So, you'll appreciate I've taken quite a risk in order to keep the show going.
Out on a limb, I'd say.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it doesn't take an expert to work that hard. Let's hope you get it back.
Oh, I think I can with careful budgeting. Which brings us to you, Mr. Wendage.
Yes, well, I won't cause you any problems, Ted. I'll continue quite happily as before.
I wish it were as simple as that.
I'm not a man to leave a sinking ship. I've got loyalties, you know.
Well, I'm very relieved to hear that, Mr. Wendage. Because making this work isn't going to be easy for any of us. Now, as I read it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy Plinth paid you half your fee on a cheque and the rest in cash.
Oh, for obvious reasons.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put a stop to that.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Jimmy Plinth and me had an agreement. You can't start messing about with that now. The tax people will put 2 and 2 together and be down on me like a ton of bricks.
Well, I'm afraid I can, and what's more, I'm going to.
Look, why rock the boat?
Because it's not the way I do business. It's not fair on the cast. It's illegal, and I'll be out of pocket.
Oh, you will be if you start declaring my little incentive, because I'll have to put my prices up and then you really won't be able to afford me.
Put your prices up?
Oh, 25, 30%.
That's absolutely out of the question.
Which is why we had the deal. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
I'm sorry.
Look, I'll be brutally frank with you, my friend. If things change, I go. I won't be out of pocket.
I've no choice.
What do you think people are going to say when they come along and find out I'm not on the bill? I mean, it's me they come to see, me and my show.
Well, I'd like to be able to help, but...
Listen, I've got a gentleman's agreement.
With Jimmy Plinth, not with me.
So that's your last word?
It's a matter of principle.
No, it's a matter of economics, my friend. Something you're going to find out when I walk through that door.
We'll see. I'll expect you to work till the end of the week, on your old rate, of course.
Stuff you!
Where are you going?
That doesn't concern you, but what does is when I go through that door, I don't come back.
But the matinee starts in an hour.
Then, Mr. Fenwick, you'll just have to learn to time things better, won't you?
It's all a question of timing, you see. I mean, look at your grandma and me. We got married far too young. She'd not long been out of school and I was not but a lad. She got pregnant, you see.
With Dad?
No. She lost the baby. But by then the deed had been done, so we stuck together. Shouldn't have. But we did.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, Grandad. You know, things have changed.
Have they? I think human nature's pretty much the same as it's always been.
Yeah, but we know more about it now.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. I think Tom's just like me.
He's nothing like you.
I don't know. So there's no truth in these stories I've been hearing then.
What stories?
About him and his women.
You listen to too much gossip.
Do I?
Yes. Look, thanks for the tea, Grandad, but I better go.
Vicky?
Grandad, please just leave it, okay?
You're welcome to stay on, you know.
Thanks.
I'm sure Billy would be delighted to work you into his act.
I don't know if that would be such a good idea.
Well, think about it.
It's a great thing you're doing here, Ted.
What's sacking your partner?
You know what I mean. You've taken a real risk, but then I'm sure you're aware of that.
I can do it without Cyril, you know.
Oh, I know that. Well, so does he. I think he's beginning to regret being so hot-headed already.
So, what'll you do?
I don't know. Haven't made my mind up yet.
As long as you let young Tom know in the pit, oh, I'm great. Oh, Billy, thank God you're here.
Well, what's the problem? There's plenty of time.
No, look, I want you to do another 15 minutes.
Okay.
And at the end, I made Wendige an offer he couldn't refuse, so he refused it. Now, we've rearranged the running order slightly. The boys are going to do an extra 2 numbers, the dancers another spot, Kerry and Don are extending their act a little bit, and if you can top the bill...
Top the bill?
You're the star. Go out and prove it.
Well, what about Wendige? What do I say about him?
Nothing. We've had slips printed for the programme.
Oh, great. No more calling the camel.
Your days in the desert are over, mate. You're due for a spell in the oasis.
Oh, yeah, well... Right, thanks, Ted. I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
I was sat at home last night. She was making the tea in the back kitchen. I said, "What do you want?" She said, "I want you to come here." I said, "I'm not coming unless you tell me what you want." She said, "I want you to make love to me." I said, "Why pick on me?" She said, "I want to time this egg." I said, "I'll settle for the toast." Well, it's not worse than a runny egg, is it?
You've made him now, you know.
No, he made himself.
You had faith.
Oh, I've always had faith in Billy. People like him. That's his secret.
So, how was it?
Terrible. But you're cheap.
Oh, thanks very much. Nice to know you're appreciated by mates.
No, seriously, you were great, Billy.
Oh, was it?
And the dumbbell kit.
I see, Vicky.
She's not been in, Billy.
Oh, all right. Do you think I could have a word? I'll be back in a minute. No, it's about that solo spot at the end of the first half. Now, I know I've no right to ask you this, Ted, but it's going begging. And I know you like to see yourself as a man who likes to give someone a break.
You want it for Vicki?
Aye. She's good, Ted. I mean, she's really talented, sings, dances a lot. I've seen her. And I wouldn't ask you if I knew that she couldn't do the job. Do you know, she's got this routine.
You don't have to sell her, Billy. We'll give it a go.
Really?
Why not try it at tomorrow's matinee? See how she works out.
Oh, you're a mate, Ted. You really are. You'll never know how much this means to me.
So, will you tell her or will I?
Oh, aye, definitely. I'll go round and tell her right away.
Oh, Billy. Right, hang on.
I'm sorry to trouble you, Tom. Only I'm looking for Vicky.
Yeah, coming.
Oh, right, sharp. I wouldn't normally have bothered you. I've got some news I think she might want.
That's okay. You're welcome.
Ta.
Do you want a cup of coffee or something?
No, thanks.
You went down well this afternoon.
Yeah, it's all right, wasn't it? Where's Vicky?
Bathroom. She'll be out in a minute. Sit down.
Grandad!
Hello.
Surprised to see you up here.
Yo, I'm not spying her out. In fact, I've got a bit of news. I've just been telling Tom here.
Is it my parents?
No, it's nothing like that. It's good news. It's very good news.
Tom said you were topping the bill.
Oh, aye, but it's not that. It's you.
Me? What about me?
I've got you a job.
A job?
Yeah, not in an office or anything like that. Ted says you can bring down the first half of the show.
What?
Close the first half. Work out a routine. You've got 6 minutes.
To do what?
Oh, a song and dance routine. Like you did at college. That time I came up to see you.
Yeah, but that was a review. It was just a joke.
Oh, it doesn't matter what it was. You were brilliant.
Yeah, but I can't do that on the pier.
Of course you can.
I can't, Grandad.
Why not? I can always help you develop it a bit.
No, it's not that. That's not what I mean. I don't want to.
Hey?
I don't want to do it.
Well, if it's nerves, I mean, we all have nerves. I have nerves. And I've been in the business over 40 years.
I'm not frightened of doing it. I just don't want to do it.
I thought you'd jump at the chance.
It's all right.
There's people who give their eye teeth just to stand on that stage. I'm offering you your own spot to close the first half of a show, and you're not interested.
Look, thanks, but I don't want to do it. Do you want me to lie?
I thought you'd be over the moon.
So did my dad when he gave me the job in the office.
Oh, you can't compare this to... And look at me when I'm talking to you, not him.
And look at who I like. Don't you come in here telling me what to do. I've had enough of that already.
Oh, you disappointed me, Vicky, you know that.
Well, I'm sorry. But I have to do what I think's right.
Oh, so jumping in and out of bed up here with him's right, is it?
That's none of your business.
You're my son's child. That makes it my business.
My son's child? So how come you're suddenly interested in your son and his family? From what I hear, you did a pretty good job of cocking that all up a long time ago. So what suddenly gives you the right to tell me anything?
Don't you dare talk to me like that, Vicky. I'm your grandfather.
That doesn't give you rights. Just leave me alone.
Oh, Vicky. We don't need this.
You're right. I don't. So why don't you just go and leave us alone?
Look, Billy, I think Vicky's right. Best if you went now.
Don't you tell me what to do. Don't you ever tell me what to do. Do you understand? If you hadn't taken advantage of her in the first place, this never would have happened.
What do you mean? You think you forced me into bed? I wanted to go to bed with him. Why not? Because it's not what you want to hear. It doesn't live up to your idea of pigtails and frilly frocks. Well, let me tell you straight. I love Tom. And he loves me. And I'm going to pack in university and we're going to live together.
What, him? Well, he's a no hope, Vicky, can't you see that? Look at him. He's a bum.
That's rich coming from you.
Vicky.
Face it, Grandad. Whatever Tom is, he won't end up a washed-up two-bit comic in some clapped-out show in the middle of nowhere.
I see.
Oh, Mr. Balsam.
Them seals, Charlie.
Oh, Blakeney Point.
Have we got time to go and see him before the show?
I reckon so.
Show him to me then, will you, Charlie?
Frank! Give us a hand here. I'm taking Mr. Balsam out to see the seals.
What are you doing?
I'm coming with you.
What's the point? I'll be working.
I have to see Grandad. You think I'm giving in, but I'm not. I just don't want to hurt him. There's been enough hurt in our family.
Do what you like. It's your life.
I want you to help me.
It's nothing to do with me.
Of course it's to do with you.
Look, if you want to do it, fine. If you don't want to do it, fine. You've got to make your own mind up.
Okay. You're right. I'll see you later.
That's my girl.
Well, here they are, the little beauties. Ah, that's your life, eh?
Are you going to keep that to yourself all afternoon, or do I ever get to get a wet?
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. I've got a bit on my mind at the moment.
Right. Well, back home then, eh?
Do we have to?
You're the boss.
How about a bit of fishing then?
Are you sure he's not in his dressing room?
Take a look for yourself.
He knows what time the curtain goes up.
Maybe he's at the digs.
I'll get Sissy to ring. Look, can you fill if we have to?
Hey, come on, Ted. We've already done the entire Hank Williams songbook. Yeah, of course we can.
Thanks. Thanks.
You a married man, Charlie?
Never was.
I was. Marriage didn't suit me, mind. Oh, it doesn't, you know. It doesn't suit everybody.
Got plenty of women, mate.
Oh, you don't seem to be catching many fish here, Charlie. I thought you said you were a fisherman. You know what I said, Charlie? Charlie, do you know what I said? Charlie? Charlie?
It's nearly 8:30. Any sign? I find he's been drinking. I'll kill him.
Come on, please. I've done it, Charlie. Just you hang on in there. I'll have you back in a jiffy. Just hang on.
Ted, have you seen Grandad?
No, but if you do, I'd like to hear about it.
But he's on in a minute, isn't he?
Well, that was the plan. He hasn't turned up.
I don't believe it.
He was with you this afternoon, wasn't he?
Well, he came round to Tom's, but he left just after 5.
Well, was he all right? Vicki?
That's it, then.
He looked so upset. I wanted to go after him.
But you didn't. And you've no idea where he's gone?
I just hope he's all right, that's all.
Oh, sorry.
No, Sissy, come in. Have they found him yet?
No, but Charlie's missing and his boat. Apparently he's taken Billy to Blakeney Point for a seal colony.
When was that?
About 5:15.
That's almost 4 hours ago.